Difficult conversations need to happen in life. You need to have that difficult conversation to authentically offer yourself to the person you love so that you can arrange a deal that actually works, that gives them your best version and gives you their best version. Difficult conversations need to happen at work so that you can have a working relationship that you're happy with, that they get a satisfied worker who comes in and does the job, and you get to be happy going to work because you asked for that raise, because you asked for these changes in the environment, or you at least stated it and you tried. Difficult conversations need to happen in the world badly at this stage. But difficult conversations take a certain amount of assertion, they take a certain amount of aggression, they take a certain amount of intensity that we are not used to anymore. We are not comfortable in that space, talking in this way, stepping on someone's toes so that I can offer them a lesson or that you can offer them yourself. That's an unfamiliar, uncomfortable space to be. And because it's so unfamiliar, we are unskilled in that space. I say we, I'm projecting here, it's me, but I'm teaching you the lessons as I go along. So, how should you step on people's toes in a way that is worthwhile? That isn't just the blundering buffoon walking into the room just being like, you must do as I say, I expect you to do this, and all of this tyrannical sort of energy where it's just no. That why should I do it? Because I said so. No. But coming from a place of genuine emotion, isn't that strange? That in these difficult conversations, in these moments of assertion, in these moments of intensity, what you need to have isn't authority, isn't this detachment from the situation, although that is helpful too. It is actually access to your emotion in a mature and healthy way. If someone is aggravating you, you need to be able to say that you are angry and I'm really annoyed. And there's still, the relationship hasn't changed. You're still my coworker, you're still my partner, you're still whatever it is. The underlying, the ground, the field that we are playing this game in hasn't changed. But in this moment, you've annoyed me. You need to be able to say that. Which means having access to your emotions, which means that to be assertive, it doesn't mean to be cold and calculated. It actually means to be emotional. But to be emotional then gets into the whole space of I want, I need, I must. All of these egoic, I want all of this nice stuff and I want your stuff, and why should you get nice stuff and I don't get nice stuff, and I feel jealous and I feel angry and I feel whatever it is. So feelings aren't the best guide either. You need to have access to them, but they are not the captain of this ship. You see, the captain of this ship, the captain of your life, shouldn't be this moment. Shouldn't be what you want, what you desire, what you're passionate about in this moment. No, that's not the captain. Neither is the captain that future self, that judge, you should be this, you should be that. How are you ever going to be great if you do not do this? Shouldn't be that either. The captain of this ship is this moment talking to your future self. What I mean to say is that when you are talking to your boss and you're saying that you need a raise, yes, you can say that you feel undervalued. Yes, you can say that it's making you upset and it's annoying you, and there's stuff going on at home and there's struggles and everything's getting more expensive, and everything is, what you're describing is this current moment. Now that will give you some purchase. It will give you some, the boss will listen to you. But a much more powerful way of really asserting yourself, of really offering that intensity without offending, offering that heartfelt moment where you truly let the person see you, is when you say that you're aiming at something. I'm trying to build this life. I'm trying to build this family. I'm trying to pay off this mortgage. I'm trying to do these things for the future. I want my kids to have a house that they'll inherit. I want my kids to have a community. So I want this free time to go and volunteer, and I want all of this stuff. I'm trying to build a life here. I'm trying to do my stuff. And right now, this job, as much as I love it and as much as I care about it and as much as I appreciate everything you've done for me so far and everything like that is available to me right now, I need... And you put your request. In that moment, you've been aggressive, you've been assertive, you've been intense, and yet you haven't offended someone. What about when you're like, maybe that's an easy one. What about with your partner? Again, you can say, hey, the way you're talking to me, it just makes me feel bad. And the way we're treating each other makes me feel bad, and we're not having fun, and we're not making time for each other, and our conversations are drying up, and we're just snapping, or we're just nagging, or chores aren't getting done, or all of this stuff. It's hard to capture every possible argument in a relationship, but there's a wee bit of a handful of them anyway. What about in that situation where you say, hey, I want a family, I want a life, I want to be in the community, I want to be productive. I need to get some stuff done. I need this certain block when I get home. I need some time. So I need certain chores to be done because they just distract me. And whatever it is, I'm sorry, but they do distract me, and they're getting in the way of me achieving this future goal. Or we're not having fun and we're just nagging at each other and just giving out and all the rest. And you're just like, okay, that's making me feel bad. And you can go like kind of one or two ways there. You can say it's making me feel bad, and then you're not getting the best version of myself. And like, what's that going to look like in 5-10 years time if we don't start introducing some bit of fun and all the rest? And it's just kind of like, you're going to get this meek, weak, just sort of guy, and no one likes that. Or option number 2 is you say like, I'm not putting up with this. I'm not living a life where we just don't do fun stuff. It's like, I want the life where I'm having fun and we're going off and we're going to music, or we're dancing, or we're singing, or we're meeting up with friends, whatever else. I want that life. I want to be with a community. I want to have like the social network around us. I want to like whatever it is, I want that. I want these things in the future. Do you not want these? Well, if you don't, well, then we need a serious conversation. And if you do want these, well, then we need to go out and start having fun. We need to find something to do about it. We need something. But right there, I was being assertive, and I didn't attack the person. I didn't insult the person. I simply said, my dreams, my hopes, my future self is this, and I'm attached to that future self. This is who I see myself as. And are you or are you not helping me to build that person? Because everyone should be helping you to build your future self. And if they are not, the difficult conversation needs to happen. And if you are not helping yourself, if you don't know your future self, well then the difficult conversation definitely needs to happen. And it starts with yourself. You need to really flesh out what this future version of you looks like. Now, to give you a tool and to give you a hand on that, I would suggest switching between first and third person. You can give great advice to your friends and to your family and to anyone else, but then when it comes to your own stuff, it can be difficult. Okay? So, when it comes to your own stuff, try to phrase it as you would a friend. Geez, this guy is, so we'll take the boss, something like that. So yeah, my friend is not looking for this raise, and he's thinking of leaving because he's not happy, and he doesn't want the raise because he doesn't think he's going to get it anyway. So he's looking at other places. The minute I phrase it in third person, you're just like, okay, well, if you're on the way out, you might as well ask for the raise. It'll click. So switch between first and third person. Like, first person, try to get it all out. Try to understand how you feel, what you want. Then switch it into third person. How would this look if it was a character in a movie, or if it was a friend, or if it was a beloved family member, if you can really give them the love there. It's a really powerful technique for really establishing your idea, your felt sense of what this future self is like. And once you have that future self, that is how you offer assertion, in like intensity, aggression. It's how you offer these in a healthy, mature manner, because anger is a protective energy. And if it's protecting you right now, you're being defensive. But if you're protecting that future self, if you're protecting that vision, that dream, that is you being a force in the world. So have the difficult conversations. Wherever it starts, it doesn't matter. I do offer a small little course that's like an hour long. There's 8 episodes in it, and it helps you have conversations. It gives you techniques. That first to third person is one of the episodes. They're each 10 minutes long. It goes a little bit more in depth in that. So if you're interested in that, if you're interested in learning how to have hard conversations, if you're interested in learning how to communicate in strange and wonderful ways, if you're realizing just how powerful communication is, the link will be in the description below, and I'd love to have you on it. Obviously, these then link into the workshops I do, which are around virtues and how to find something consistent in the world when the world is changing and flowing and everything's up in the air. You'll always want to be assertive. You'll always want to be vital. You'll always want to be wise. So having a healthy relationship with those virtues, it's never time wasted. So maybe a difficult conversation needs to be had around that. Maybe I need to really dig in deep here and intensely tell you to go to this course, because your future self will be angry at you if you don't, and will be so happy and so powerful if you do this small little hour course, and if you take it serious, and if you actually learn these lessons and apply them in your life. Oh, you're going to be a force. And when you do that, I'll be just really happy for having more assertive people in the world, more forceful people in the world, because everyone floating on, everyone going for comfort, everyone following the path that appears to be going at the moment isn't my ideal future. I want a world full of forces, full of people who aren't afraid to have the difficult conversations, no matter what way it goes, and still being able to have the difficult conversation with the love underneath, without insulting, without being aggressive to the person, just being aggressive in a way of showing their dream. Like, man, they're great conversations. So that's what I want from this. So do the course. I'd be chuffed, and come along to the workshops, because that's my spiritual home, that is. Anyway, with all of that said, do not be afraid. I hope you've had a great week. In the week to come, I hope you're not salivating, not looking for the arguments, but I hope you're able to stand in them and flesh out this future version of yourself and prioritize it. Like, really value it, really elevate it. This is where you're aiming at, and protect it as best you can. And then you have to revisit and reevaluate and all of the rest. Life's a difficult game. It's difficult, but I hope I've given you a tool or two to help today. And as I said, there's more tools in the course linked below. So with all of that said, lots of love to you. Hope you've had a great week. Hope you're looking forward to the week to come, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.